Hi everyone, it's here, Personal Fitness Training 1121. Uh, Today we're going to be talking about the vision board and SMART goals and a few other things. So, what is a SMART goal? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely goal. And I have one for my personal life, one for my professional life. In my personal life, I want to be a professional fighter in the 145 weight category for MMA. Now, the way I would measure that, strictly speaking, is from fight to fight, how I perform, and whether I feel I'm ready to take the next step or not. I've already competed as a martial artist before in striking strictly and also in jiu-jitsu individually, but I've never really put the two together and fought in MMA yet. So it would be a big leap forward putting it all together. So to achieve this goal, I'd have to brush up on techniques and the transitions, etc., as well as work on some atrophied muscles from injuries that I've acquired before. Next up, as far as realistically speaking, I've already been training for about 8 years, so I already have a solid foundation. It's just a few small steps before you take that big leap. And as long as this goal is done before 2025, my goal would be success in my eyes. Whereas, as it is right now, just from rehabilitating muscles and kind of developing everything, it would take me about a year or two. So, plus between fight to fight, it does take some time. Now, let's talk about my professional goals. The little dumbbell there. Now, of course, that means that I want to be a personal trainer, but as well, I want to own my own gym. But not just any gym. I want it to be a gym where martial arts and actual weightlifting can come together. So athletes can come in and get developed and have proper information and really have the facility that they need to make them a better athlete. So as far as measuring the task goes, there's a few small steps. Being certified as a personal trainer, becoming a renowned personal trainer, or just kind of developing a clientele base. Being a martial arts instructor, and then opening up my own gym, building up the finances behind it. So to achieve this, I've already worked as a martial arts instructor for a number of years. I'm all intending to be a personal trainer. So after certification, just a few small other things that need to be achieved before I can move on to the last step. Now, realistically speaking, as long as I'm focusing on these goals and I give it the adequate time that it needs, the actual work and the effort, within about 5 years, I should be looking at a moderate amount of results. But as long as this goal is done before 2030, including the finances that need to be drawn, it is more than realistic to be done. Now, let's talk about my personal things that I'm passionate about. Overcoming challenges and self-expression. So nothing was more exhilarating to me than overcoming a challenge that I've either been stuck on for a very long time, or making a new personal record, or just learning something new, as well as being able to express myself without really being concerned about somebody else's opinion, and just doing the best that I can do. Now, as far as professional passions are concerned, two things that I'm very interested in are athletic rehabilitation and teaching. So I love teaching other people, helping them get really good information, but as well as athletic rehabilitation, helping people, especially athletes who have been injured, get back out there. I love their drive, love their work ethic, and appreciate every single athlete that has ever come along, but almost had their dreams dashed. And as a coach, nothing makes me feel better than being able to give that opportunity back to them. Now, as far as professional things I want to know more about, so I want to increase my overall knowledge as far as human anatomy goes, playing with the body, trying to find different ways to get the results that we want. But there's always new information coming out, so there's something you always kind of got to keep up on top of, and something that I don't feel like I'm quite there yet with. And also improving my communication skills. So nothing's more important than being able to convey this high quality information that you have or that you've learned with the people that you want to give it to. So let's talk about important values that I hold. So one is integrity, being able to hold on to, take that road that is harder to succeed with. But you're doing it in a way that is morally right by your standards, as well as having no regrets, not even a single letter. Life is too short, so if you're walking around and you have a bunch of regrets, you're going to have a rough time. And life is not going to be all that fulfilling for you. Now, there's only two quotes that I really like to live by. So one is a Confucian saying, "He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right." Meaning that if you believe in yourself and you believe that you can achieve something, as long as you put the work into it, you can achieve it. And the last one is 400 trillion to 1. Those are the odds you'd be born as a human. You've already hit the biggest lotto and you haven't even realized it. So this is a saying from Gary Vaynerchuk. Essentially, a lot of people are very ungrateful with their lives and saying it's very horrible, but they don't see how much they've already won in their life, just being born as it is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is Issa. Have a great day.